beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling. Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And tonight, two teams, Brent, that like to get into their sets, work the ball, have a little patience. Back in your day, what was your favorite play to run in half court?
Any NBA player, Kevin, will tell you their favorite play to run in the half court was any play that was called for them. Yeah, so let's start with that. But most of the time, I just enjoyed sets where the ball moved around. 4 or 5 touches. We talk often about good to great, but when you knew the opportunity for you to shoot the ball was there, but there was a better one for the next guy, that's when you're operating at a high level.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Larry Nance out there with Porter. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. Now here's Porter. Morant with the steal. Out to Brooks. Fires the 3. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
And the rejection by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. On the wing, Brooks. Defended by Sexton. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Drummond. Oh, Nance in position. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. You too. And so here's Cleveland. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game.
Well, Sexton getting ahead of steam. You could see he had his eyes on the rim and then the body to follow.
Now here's Morant. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Passes it to Valanciunas. Over Sexton. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Garland dishes to Drummond. There's Porter with the 3. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Morant. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Pulls it from the elbow. And he makes that one.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Here's Garland. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. From the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now. Knocking it down. Point line, that's big.
And stolen by Drummond. Sexton with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And that one, good. Porter's got 5 now.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas and stolen by Drummond. Oh, Porter in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Winslow with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Now here's Brooks, defended by Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. No good on the triple. Cleveland with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Outside Porter. Pass to Sexton. Nance against Jackson. Nance passes to Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now here's Winslow, defended by Sexton.
Well, Winslow thinks, give me a gap, and I got 2.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. And the pass to Drummond. He dishes it to Sexton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
Now Garland. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Porter finds Sexton. Nance outside. Now here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. Jackson in the corner. No good. That would have tied it. And Sexton a combo guard. Thus far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
Now here's Garland, following the miss by Ja Morant. Garland the pass to Sexton. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles. Outside Porter. Passes it to Drummond. Over Valanciunas, and that one's good. Drummond.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 3, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Here is Porter. After the made shot from Andre Drummond, Sexton's shot is good.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Now here's Morant. The feed to Jackson. It's Drummond with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Morant following the basket by Colin Sexton. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars, it feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Anderson comes in for Jackson. Jackson, he's checked in for Winslow. And Jones subbed in for Brooks. And he sinks the second. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Here is Love. Following the basket by John Morant. Love, no good. Inside, Jones. The shot will not fall, and Cleveland will come the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Memphis shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
First free throw is good.
Josh Jackson athletically is one of the more intriguing players in the league. He's got to have a hard hat mentality about coming in every night to use it on the defensive end.
Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Porter. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Feeds to Jackson. And stolen by Sexton. Exum kicks to Thompson. Outside for Jackson. No good with the triple. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Grant finished 1 ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Now here's Morant. Guarded closer. Misses from close range.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. And here's Morant. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. And it's Morant missing. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Now here's Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And now it's a 12-point Cavalier lead. Here's Morant. With some arc, and it's good on the way up. Morant's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Here's Exum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 3-pointer. Rebound by Jang. Memphis is gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And there it is for him. Morant's got it back down to single digits for Memphis.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. Over Jang. And the rejection by Jang. And he's able to get it back.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Cleveland leading by 8. Out to the right wing. Here's Exum. Off target at the rim.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Jones. Defended by Sexton. Jackson kicks to Morant. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Pass to Sexton. Back to Exum. There's the dish to Thompson. It's rebounded by Memphis. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Osman, the pass to Love. Over Anderson. Love can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Morant. Offensive rebound. Latrey. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Osman. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
From deep 3-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Cleveland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Morant is out there with Jones. Then it's Josh Jackson. Then it's Gorgie Dan. And it's Clark in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
That's good from Morant. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Like every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
And here are the Grizzlies now. 11-point game. Jones, the pass to Jackson. Back to Jones. Dishes it to Jackson. Good D by Thompson.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Osman. Can't connect from 13 feet out. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
And Sexton, not one of the bigger guards in the league, but he plays with a tremendous tenacity.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jackson, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Morant.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Jang. He's still scoreless so far in this one. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Osman. Over Clark. They get it back. Tries again. Drummond. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 10. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Count it. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Zizic. And stolen by Jang. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. And it's Clark in the corner. Plenty of space. And the shot is long. The Cavaliers leading by 8. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 7th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Porter.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
That one misses. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never, never say that. But there are still irritants in the game, and the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage.
Right.
And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Nancy's checked in for Cleveland. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Outside, Porter. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. Over Jackson. A second chance effort. Drummond dishes to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
It's just so easy the way Larry Nance Jr. just gets up off the floor.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Cleveland. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season.
And right now for the Cavaliers, there's been such a different feel to them this season. The confidence that was completely absent from last year's squad is back, and they pulled themselves here into contention.
Well, for a team that didn't sniff the postseason last year, you have to wonder how they're going to handle the pressure of being in the playoffs this year. Not to mention the postseason itself, if and when they get there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Ja Morant, number 1. And, of course, Darius Garland.
These two rookies have been going head-to-head in the box scores for a while now. There have been a few big nights for both of them.
Brooks against Porter. Outside, Jones. The pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Garland. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 9 points on the basket from Jackson. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Garland with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's rebounded by Memphis. Zhang's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Jones looking for an opening. Fires for 3. And it's Osman with the rebound.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
No good from Clark. The Cavaliers leading by 9. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
From 13, the Grizzlies with another miss. For Cleveland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Drummond, rebounded by Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Brooks, the pass to Jones. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Zhang, and it's Justin Winslow in for Clark.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Garland, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Garland's got his first points in this one. Now Jones. He's got 5. He kicks it to Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. Second chance shot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Brooks with no one around. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Oh, Porter in position.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And Memphis making a change here. Morant's checked in. Exum, he's checked in for Cleveland. Drummond working against Valanciunas. The Grizzlies have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes the first but misses the second. lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. And so it's Cleveland with it after Memphis gets the three. Now here's Garland. And it's Love, top of the key, to the middle. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And laid in to finish the break. Morant's got 14 points.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Garland dishes to Love. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Brooks outside. Passes to Morant. Winslow against Porter. And here's Morant. 14 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Valanciunas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Nance.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Memphis, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight. The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Anderson, he's checked in for Brooks. Valanciunas hits them both. Cleveland leading by 8. Here's Garland. And it's Exum in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Exum's got 5 points now this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. But they get it back. Jackson kicks it to Winslow. 5 on the clock. To the left side wing. Goes back up. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Valanciunas has got 5.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Now here's Garland. Defense right on him. Exum passes to Garland. And that comes off the assist by Exum. He has 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
Now here's Garland. He has 5. Love outside. Over to the left wing. Exum kicks to Porter. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Anderson can't get it to go. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Josh Jackson's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. Here's Exum. He has 7. Outside, Porter. Thompson passes to Love. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
That free throw good from Love.
You think about post players in the league with who you can run an offense through, and because of Kevin Love's incredible passing ability and vision, he might be at the top of the list as somebody you could play through.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And finished off by Morant.
Electric in the air. There's a certain energy that Morant generates that others simply don't have.
Now, here's Sexton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. It's Porter outside. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Morant. And it's Memphis with another.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Cleveland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Sexton dishes to Love. Another shot. Here's Thompson. He feeds it to Love. And again, it's Cleveland.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
There's Jackson with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Morant with it. He's got 20. They get a hand on it, and that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Corky Dang's checked in for Memphis. And Cleveland also making a change. Zizic has checked in. Now Winslow, stolen by Thompson. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
32 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Morant, defended by Sexton. Now here's Morant. Nice D from Porter. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Exum leading the charge, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, big first half, a lot of energy. What are you guys doing differently tonight?
With active hands in the defensive end, it really got us all hyped up. And, it translates to the offensive end as well, too. So, we're looking real good right now. We just got to put it together in the second half, too.
Transition really working well for you in the first half, Andre. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Thompson is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Porter in at the three, the small forward. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. And here's Morant. And Thompson sends it back.
Tristan did a great job of elevating to deny that one.
For Memphis, they have gone 6 of 11 from the line tonight. And Cleveland making a change here. Nance is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Now here's Morant. Goes up again. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Sexton with it. Brooks covering. Here's Drummond. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Over Valanciunas, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Now here's Brooks. Defense is right there. Pass to Valanciunas. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
For Cleveland, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the first one drops.
Well, Sexton has tremendous athleticism and a great motor. It's about now being a floor general in this new system.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Grizzlies trail by 17. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Jackson. Nance gets the rebound. Nance has got 5 rebounds tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. They are just killing them on the interior.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Morant. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 22 points.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant. Sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Garland with it. 5 points in the game. The pass to Porter. This one for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Now Morant. He's got 22. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
The Grizzlies have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. Valanciunas hits them both. And so here's Cleveland. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. Outside, Porter. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. And Drummond kicks to Porter. No good from the wing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Cleveland moving it around, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Now, this is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Now here's Morant. Teardrop shot. Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And the shot is good. And that's now 20 points for Collin Sexton.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Morant passes to Brooks. And here's Valanciunas, and stolen by Drummond, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Thompson.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Passes it to Brooks.
Stay on him. Come get it.
6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Valanciunas, up and in on the layup. Valanciunas has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Drummond. He dishes it to Porter. The layup off target.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Brooks has got 13.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Drummond dishes to Sexton. That one's not going to go. And it's Memphis the other way. Nance. Now here's Sexton. Not a lot of room. Pass to Drummond. Porter in the corner. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. Grizzlies have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jackson. And then for Cleveland, Love comes in for Nance, and it's Exum in for Porter. Valanciunas hits them both. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Pass to Drummond. To the inside. Now here's Sexton. Brooks covering. Here's Exum. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 6 assists in the game. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 16-point game. The pass to Morant. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Clark. Zizic has checked in for Cleveland. On defense, the Cavaliers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Goes up to the stripe. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. In third, the Cavaliers. Fifth best, the Grizzlies.
I mean, both these squads are just playing so hard here of late, really getting after it on the offensive glass, and it's paid off for both of them in terms of second chance points.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Morant kicks to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Brooks outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Sexton. And again, Memphis no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Garland. Getting around 12 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And the first one at the line is good. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. He doesn't get the second one. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Morant passes to Brooks. Jang with the ball to stop the run. It's good. And here is Garland. 5 points in the game. Thompson outside. Over Anderson. The Grizzlies pull it in. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. From 10 feet out. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Brooks.
Well, under control with the release there from Kyle Anderson. Gives his shot a good chance of going in.
Thompson up top. Over Anderson. And that one goes long. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Here's Morant. Chalk up 2 there. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Garland, the pass to Zizic. There's the dish to Love. A three-pointer off the mark.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The Grizzlies making the shot. Back to Exum. Over to the left wing. Here's Garland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Morant.
Wow, wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
No good on the free throw. Winslow's checked in for the Grizzlies. Good on the second free throw. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant passes to Jang. Dishes it to Jackson. Can't hit that one. Good D by Love.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Anderson dishes to Morant. Clock at 6. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Exum. And Winslow pulls it down.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
And that one's good. Morant.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Garland. 6 points for him. And Love has it in the corner. Down low and stolen by Jang. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Thompson. Thompson comes with a double team. And Jang kicks to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Cleveland leading by 11. Here's Exum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
First one falls for him. Exum hits them both. 16 seconds left in the third. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Jang with a clean look, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 13. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Orgie Dang is out there with Kyle Anderson. And there's Jackson. Then it's Morant. And it's Winslow in at the shooting guard position. Love in the post. Guarded by Jackson. Left block shot on the way.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant with it. Left side Anderson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Love.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
And that one misses. Nancy's checked in for Ante Zizic. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Well, a structured, all-around strong game from Kyle Anderson. He's really smart and heady and a tough cover, so you'll wonder how much further he can improve his game.
Nance finds Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago. And then on Monday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Now Morant outside for Jackson. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Well, when Jackson's shooting like this off the pass, I just think he's so much better. Good preparation with the feet that time.
Garland the pass to Nance.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the athleticism here runs in the genes for Larry Nance Jr. You remember his dad back in 1984 was in the NBA slam dunk contest. And the cool story about Larry Nance playing in Cleveland, in the town he grew up in. That's awesome stuff.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Both free throws good from Nance. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Morant passes to Jackson. Over to the wing. Now here's Morant, covered by Nance. And that one's good, Morant. Morant's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Garland with the bucket.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now here's Morant. The Cavaliers pull it in. Nance has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Porter. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. The open look here for Sexton. No good on the quick three. The Grizzlies trail by 15. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Passes it to Sexton. Beyond the arc. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Pass to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Winslow. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Porter. Here's Sexton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Sexton looking confident. Tried to find a gap. Made his way in there and got fouled.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 18. And there's the pass to Chang. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. That free throw, good from Chang. And Jang drops them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside, Porter passes it to Drummond. Over Jang. Nance. Great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. And so here's Memphis. Jackson finds Winslow. Clock at 6. No good on that one. Nance with some nice D. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Garland. The putback, and Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And it's Brooks at the elbow. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Memphis. Zhang's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Porter against Winslow. The feed to Jackson. Over Garland. Jackson misses. The Cavaliers leading by 21. Porter passes to Nance. Shoots over Morant, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson dishes to Morant. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And here is Brooks. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And a chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Colin Sexton.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where somebody, anybody, had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Here's Morant from 15 feet away. Sexton grabs the board. Sexton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Out to Nance. Pass to Drummond. Back to Nance. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Winslow with it. And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So he gets them both. Now Garland. Outside Porter. Now the pass to Drummond. Over Jang. And another miss by Cleveland.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And defense staying with him, and that didn't make a difference that time for Winslow.
Now here's Garland. Pass to Nance. Over Jackson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there. And he needs to try to get another basket this quarter, because clearly his jumper is not going down right now.
Porter kicks to Nance. He dishes it to Garland. Pass to Sexton. 5 to shoot. Drummond in the post. He's against Jang. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Cleveland leading by 18. And here is Garland. Inside, and another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Brooks outside. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Kept alive.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now here's Garland. They could use a bucket, and the layup is up and in. Garland's got 9 points here in the second half.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Morant. Darius Garland picking up that last basket.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Colin Sexton.
Yeah, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Now, here's Sexton. Following the miss by Ja Morant. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. There's 45 seconds left in the game. Here's Dellavedova. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Osman. Here's McKinney. It's rebounded by Memphis. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Feeds to Tolliver. There's the pass to Melton. Allen outside. The putback, and it's Zizic with the rebound. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.